The reason I nominated Marty Robinette for the Educator Award at Eastern was because of the amazing work he did for 40 years in Spokane Public Schools. I really only knew him the last 15 or so of his career, and he and I were lucky enough to work together at John R. Rogers High School when he voluntarily transferred to Rogers in 2012. And at that time I was the principal, he was one of my assistant principals, and the work that he did there was invaluable. We never would have got to a 90% graduation rate without Marty. His primary responsibility was working with our special ed students. Rogers has one of the highest special ed populations in Spokane, and his job was to get them college ready. And he did amazing research to get that done, and then implemented several new things, a CAP class, a different way to do resource, some things like that, that actually Spokane is now using in several of its schools. And that's the kind of impact that he had. What he did was so brilliant, everybody else was like, hey, let's do that, because it really did work for a lot of kids that were on IEPs. He also was the kind of guy that really believed deeply in what we were doing. That was really the magic at Rogers, was that all of us held the same passion and belief for what we were doing. Marty is no exception to that. In fact, he might be the key to the whole thing. He was the contemplative, quiet, deep thinker that would often listen to our many very loud conversations about what we were trying to do at John R. And he would often be the one that would sit back, think a little bit, and then would kind of be able to put it all together for us, or find that balance that we needed to find to do whatever our next project was going to be for our students. But always in Marty's work was the kid. The kid was always in his head. The kid was always his reasoning, and he never, ever, ever swayed from that. It was a beautiful thing, it really was. And he was super passionate about that. He was always the advocate for all our kids. It didn't matter how they came to us. It didn't matter what issue they may or may not have had. He was going to advocate really hard for them. I just really believe he's super deserving of this award.